What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Truck Talk, brought to you by me, inspired by my man, Chili. Everybody wonders about that downspout right there, why it's so far off the ground. It's because there's a rain barrel that goes up underneath that. It can collect rainwater when it's raining. So that's your tip of the day. I know a lot of people are really upset about the fact that the federal government has said they're only giving $750 to the individuals who have been affected by the hurricane. Not only affected, but a lot of these individuals have lost everything they own. And I understand why people are upset. You think, well, how can we give out tens of thousands of dollars to illegal immigrants, criminals who come into our country and who leech off of our systems, don't give back, and break our laws? How do we give tens of thousands of dollars to them, but we can't give more than $750 to our own people when they're faced with a calamity such as this? I understand that. How can we give billions of dollars to other countries to fund terrorism, wars, agendas, things that have nothing to do with our own security and freedom here in America? How do we give billions of dollars, yet FEMA says they don't have enough funding to make it through the rest of this hurricane season, and they're going to run out of money, that they're no longer going to be able to provide aid to our own countrymen and communities right here at home? How does that happen? Well, I think you're missing some things. First of all, they pull these stunts to demoralize us, all right? To lessen our pride in being Americans. They want to demoralize you. You understand that the ultimate goal is to achieve a global government or global power. And in order for that to happen, all of us who are proud of being American, are proud of our state that we live in, all of us who take some pride in that, they've got to destroy that. They've got to demoralize you. They've got to make you feel like there's really nothing worth believing in anymore, right? They have to destroy nationalism, essentially. So this is just another chip to demoralize you. Another thing that you might be missing, it's not that the money doesn't exist for FEMA to provide aid to our citizens who are faced with this catastrophe. The money exists. It can be made to exist. And a lot of you are up in arms about how your tax money's being spent. But what you don't understand is the government doesn't need your tax money for anything. See, they can print currency, and they do print currency to achieve their agendas globally. Your tax dollars, the high taxes you pay and I pay, that's not about funding the government. You think if you stop paying taxes that the government will shut down? No, man. It's just to keep you under their thumb. It's just to keep us so financially burdened that so few of us can become financially independent. We spend our whole lives working as hard as we can just to make it, that we can't think about other things. I think you need to understand that. Do I think we ought to stop paying taxes? I'm all for that, son. Do I think it would change anything? Nah. I want to recommend a book to you guys. It's called Common Sense. This is going to tell you about the origins and the design of government. It's going to help you understand some things. Hopefully you go get it and read it if you are at least semi-intelligent. You don't have to be a genius to understand it. Our government has exceeded its scope of operations a long, long time ago. And the last time this federal government, the power of this federal government was, the last attempt to check its power was in the mid-1800s during a conflict that history calls the Civil War, but it wasn't a civil war. And nothing's happened since then. It's just continued to grow to the point now that I just don't know anymore, guys. Do you feel demoralized when your country says it? When your country's government says it won't do everything it can do for your security and your freedom, to preserve your security and your freedom, yet it'll fund programs all over the world and wars and crime? Pretty demoralizing. Live your life as if no one is coming to save you. Invest in your community, because if there ever is a time when someone needs to come save you, it's going to be your community and not your government. If you got anything out of this episode, go get you a hat, get you a t-shirt. I appreciate the support you guys give us here at 307 Project. As long as you guys keep supporting us, we'll keep these truck talks coming. I hope they make you think. Love you guys. Enough said.